Hello guys, nightspectator here, bringing you some more gameplay footage of me playing support Lulu on the bottom lane, of course. Now, as you might know or might not know, I am of course primarily a support player. Not that I can brag about it, because hey, when does a support player do awesome plays? Well, spoiler alert, maybe I will do some awesome plays in this video, as I spot myself a twisted fate. So always protect your jungle. I also have a little ward that I'll place down very well. It was just the ward that you get from the masteries of utility. I forgot the name. I really do. An explorer ward. Thank you very much, ward. So I placed down an explorer ward just to get some vision, because I was a little bit confused that Twisted Fate was there to begin with, because as you can see, the teams, this is going to be a support Twisted Fate, so not one of the best examples to lane against, though in a way he might work like a Taric in the lane, pretty much actually. I think the range of his stun card is just as big as the dazzle of a Taric, so they can do some damage, but of course Twisted Fate does not have the big wumpy ultimate that Taric has. So in the end he's not as good, so I wouldn't play him support, not in the very least. But hey, apparently the Graves and the Twisted Fate were teammates of each other, so they wanted to, well, play Graves Twisted Fate on the bottom lane. And we'll see whether or not it worked out, though of course, spoiler alert, you're watching this video. So my team will consist of a Lux in the middle, a Darius on top, and a jungle Nasus. Found myself a Twisted Fate here, need to be very careful. I don't know which first ability he locked in. We will see it shortly though. Graves accidentally took blue, didn't he? Yes indeed. So Graves accidentally taking the blue from Jarvan. He probably lost hit at it, or more likely maybe Jarvan smited without Graves thinking he would smite and do a smiteless, because that happens from time to time. Now this is ranked, so you do not want to give your Jarvan not blue, because Jarvan are very blue dependent, like this blue card. So here we are with the poke game, of course. We are a Caitlyn a Lulu combination, so the glitter lance should be able to hit very good, together with a bit of our pacemaker. Twisted Fate actually took a bit of a pacemaker to the face there, as you could hear. I'm waiting to be level 2, because then the fun of a Lulu begins, as a first blood has already occurred on the top lane. Of course, Darius is facing a Yorick on top, so he will have some difficulties. Yorick is a very hard lane. And now I'm level 2, so not only do I have Glitter Lance now, but I have Help Picks, which is such a fun ability, because it will make it so that the Glitter Lance can of course be shot from another position where Picks is, as the attempting to reconnect is pretty much everywhere, as I do some more poke onto the Graves. So you can do some quite neat tricks with the health picks. Of course, you can put it on a player and then make it so that at least one of your shards will hit him, even though they have nerfed it a little bit. So normally, Pix would always position himself right behind the AD caster, so you were able to always land a glitter lance when you used health picks. Though, Twisted Fate standing on a trap there. I did miss my ability, but he got hit by a bit of pacemaker, and that will be first blood. Thank God I got the assist out of that, because I barely did anything. Twisted Fate standing on a trap, taking a bit of a pacemaker to the face, so making it easy for me to zone away this Grave. So even though he has blue, he should be able to farm with his abilities if needed be, dodging the help picks there. So great job indeed, mate. He has of course a blue buff and started with boots, so it will be quite hard for me to harass him. But at the very least, I am trying to prevent him from taking creep. Every time a minion is low, I will walk towards him and try to prevent them, except for now, because there are too many minions for me to block against. I will be tanking them here, so that was a bad play on my part, taking some damage there. But in the end, it should be fine. Isn't that right, Graves? You want to last it? You want this one? You want it? You want to fight for it? Ah! Apparently so. Twisted Fate landing the gold card, placing a ward and standing on a trap once more. But we can't do anything about it. Level 2, so you can choose as a Lux player. There are different opinions. Some people say level glitter lens, other people say level health picks first, because it gives a bigger shield for your AD carry. And it does some decent damage for harass as well. As Jarvan attacked me, I silenced him, but there was no escape. I had to use flash. Though it is a hard flash to do, so they couldn't really follow me, question mark. They actually could have gone for it, but maybe they really didn't want to fail flash. Who knows? I don't. I was going to recall, but I didn't have enough money for the Cage's lucky pick anyway, so I thought, well, might as well ward. Maybe I'll have some more money, and then I can go back. Ness is saying he'll get Aegis, so I'm not too sure if I would have... Well, I'm a guy that on an AP support will rush Kage's lucky pick or Cage's lucky pick, whichever you prefer. I will say Kage's lucky pick because it sounds cooler. So I always go for that, and then I turn it into a Shard of True Eyes, especially on Lulu. It's such a good combination with her Wild Growth. So her Wild Growth will knock players up and slow them around the player that is hugified. And then afterwards, or during, though I prefer to use it afterwards, but sometimes it just gets so busy that I will use it during the ultimate, I will put the Shard of True Eyes on him as well, so it's a double slow in a way, though it is diminishing returns. So it is better that right after your ultimate you put it on the same target, so that the slowing is longer than it should be. I will only do it once correctly though, so no, I will just spam my abilities, the items that I have during a team fight if I need to, but we'll see. Caitlyn had to farm all by herself, so she is fairly low, but I'm here with a Cage's lucky pick, or a Kage's lucky pick, as Twisted Fate placed down a ward, but stupid me, I didn't have enough money for anything, as Graves accidentally walks into the beam of Glitterlands there, so thank you Graves, I actually missed there. With an early Cage's or Kage's lucky pick, I am of course able to do a lot of poke, and it is so much fun as a Lulu to just poke. It does cost a lot of mana though, so another reason why I go for Shard of True Eyes is of course because it gives you a double fairy charm, which you can turn into a... I can look it up. Wait. Yeah, I can look it up for you. Into a mana manipulator? Yes, indeed. Oh, I knew it right at the end. It doesn't matter. So, a mana manipulator. Here is the bait of the century, by the way. I was able to slow down the Twisted Fate, turn him into a soft little bunny. Bit of a pacemaker did manage to land, but Twisted Fate will be able to land the red card, slowing us. No, only slowing down the Nessus. So, goodbye, Twisted Fate. Farewell. And that will be the first blood for me. It rhymes, so it has to be good. Caitlyn fairly low though, but we should be fine. As you could see, I also placed a ward over here. I will explain why, because having 2 wards is a little bit excessive, I know, but you remember when Jarvan ganked, he actually went to the middle, and then I saw him disappear around here. So then I thought, he might go for the gank over here, which he did, but I was recalling, just like now, buying myself the mana manipulator and a lot of wards. I could have bought boots, but I thought, you're not gonna get away with it this time. My wards will disappear rather shortly, so I need to buy wards. Caitlyn will recall anyway, so I have some time, but in the end it doesn't really matter. So then, the minute I get level 6, the fun things start, because with a Lulu you are able to bait so hard. It's really funny, because oh no, he's low, let's go for him. Whoop. Wild Growth, and you'll be okay. No problems at all. So the wards have disappeared. Luckily enough, I have more wards. Placing a pink ward in the tribus because I realized that Twisted Fate was warding there. So therefore, I will place a Z pink ward. So I will place a ward over here as well because hey, I have the monies. I got a kill, so I might as well double ward once more. And then I will see where Twisted Fate will ward. But Twisted Fate doing something funny here. Placing it over here. And then I'm like, okay, Twisted Fate. Ah! I lagged over here, so I thought I was stunned, but apparently he threw a blue card on me, but it didn't matter anyway. A lot of damage coming down from the Graves though, so... Ooh, crazy mode going on here. So here is... Yeah, that's what I always try to go for, hitting both the players with a single Glitter Lance combination. And, well, Caitlyn can return the damage quite well. She has a BF sword. Graves should only have a Vampiric Scepter and the Doran's Blade, so good job for you, Graves. There are no minions in this bush, because else they would have attacked me. So Nessus, no, it was Lux coming down from top, going for the kill, but I secured a kill. Thank me later, Lux. Thank me later. Caitlyn got an assist out of it. She used her ace in the hole, so that was quite awesome. And I think the cooldown is not as big as it is because she didn't shoot it. So it all worked well. It's a good way to get assists for Caitlyn. So as a Lulu player, you will sometimes accidentally secure kills because the glitter lens, especially if you level it first, is a big hitting ability. As you can see here, my help picks with glitter lens did a third of Twisted Fate's help. Of course, he is only level 6. Well, I am too, so he was only level 5 while I shot it, so all forgiven and forgotten. But now I wanted to do some more damage, and I did something fairly silly, so here I go, ulting away. Well, she could have ulted, I think, but... Well, if the Pit Over Pacemaker would have landed, Twisted Fate would have died, but it was a little bit cheeky of me ganking a Twisted Fate underneath a tower whilst he locked in his gold card. Graves now going balls to the walls mode, not able to kill Caitlyn though. Not that I care, if you die it's your fault. You Riri. So I finally have enough for Shard of True Eyes. I will actually use it this time, because if you can remember my Nidalee gameplay video, which you should watch if you haven't, support Nidalee, I barely used the Shard of True Eyes. On a Lulu, I always remember, for the sole fact that it's pretty much the same thing as using your Wild Growth. It also slows for 30%, so it's basically the same ability you have twice, which is grand. Nasus died apparently, not that I care. We are currently 5-3, so it's not that big of a lead for now, but at least the bottom lane is winning. I know that I have 2 of those skills and that Caitlyn has 1 of them, so bottom lane is winning, and in the end that's the most important lane, though in the mid game you really don't want to lose, as I'm lagging once more. So I had a little bit of lag, but in the end it doesn't even matter. Missed the Graves though, but I got a last hit out of it. Yay, lost it. Caitlyn actually misclicked there, so is going to take a lot of damage. In the end, it won't matter as much because I think she has a blood... No, well, she has a Vampiric Scepter, so she should be able to regen. Another pink ward being placed here so that my jungler know that he can gank through the tri-bush with no problems whatsoever. It's very important for your jungler as well to buy pink wards, not just for yourself. Keep that in mind. It's also important to pink ward these brushes over here, as you can see me do now, so that your jungler knows there is nothing to be seen there. And I don't think they've noticed that I placed the pink ward down. Now you can see the animation, so they should know, but maybe they don't, so let's hope they don't. If they see you place a ward here and it is a pink ward, they will probably realize that your jungler is coming, but you can watch the minions. They don't know there's a ward because maybe a far ward would have worked. Now Nasus is going to move to the front and mayhem will commence. I was able to slow the Twisted Fate and secure the kill once more. I'm not even trying, trust me, I'm not. I just want to use Glitter Lance to slow them down, or else they're going to run away. Dive going in onto the Nasus, but hey, crescendo baby, together with the Shard of True Eyes, I was able to prevent him from dying. Not that he would have died, but now Caitlyn is in a little bit of trouble. I was able to hit the Glitter Lance though, but Lux was not able to hit her final spark. So Caitlyn trying to do something cheeky here, but Grace was invisible for a short while, managed to flash over the wall, and the ultimate barely hitting there. But guess what? Cannon is here, and I says, ooh, is he Cannon? Twisted Fate trying to get the kill onto Caitlyn. She managed to flash away, and a binding was able to hit the cannon, but Caitlyn will get hit by a thundering shuriken. And now he's going to try and get me, apparently, because I see him walking towards the dragon, so I thought, you'll never hit me. Holy moly, that was actually rather close. So Twisted Fate will probably have warded here somewhere. He still has 2 wards anyway, so that is a yes indeed. Cannon trying to throw shuriken here, but there shouldn't be a ward here. Cheeky bastard, so there's the ward. Thank you for showing me, Twisted Fate. Too bad I didn't realize it during gameplay. Doesn't matter really. Though I think I will buy more pink wards in the end. Now I have about 950 gold, which is the amount for a vision... I was gonna say spirit stone, but it's a vision stone. I thought, nope. Side stone, yes. So I will have enough for a side stone. It will make it so that I will stand still in a base for a short period of time. Normally you check if you have enough items or not. I could have farmed in the bottom lane, but because I was too low, I was a little bit... If they gank me, I will die. Twisted Fate has Destiny as well. It was on cooldown, but it's in your head, man. It's in your head, and you want safety above all. As I lag once more. Jarvan was going for a gank. Thank God my pink ward was still there. They will go for it though. Run, Caitlyn. Run. Cataclysm was able to hit, but Caitlyn managed to flash away. So she didn't flash away earlier on in the game, as Twisted Fate is taking a huge amount of damage. Well, the Caitlyn ultimate should be off cooldown. There it goes, but Jarvan is going to block it just barely. I did manage to whimsy the lock, so that will increase her mana by 20%. And I'm not done yet. Hitting a minion with help pick, slowing down the Graves in the end. I was so proud of that one. And then Lux finishing it off, giving the double kill to Lux. So it all worked out. Great bait, Caitlyn. Great bait. So I will run down what I did for a second there. So at first, Whimsy is your ability that you can also use on an ally. You can pretty much use every ability you have on an ally or an enemy, except of course for your ultimate and your Q. So Whimsy on an ally will increase their movement speed and will give them 20 ability power on level 1. So giving that to Lux, her ultimate did a little bit more damage as Jarvan is getting slowed. I wonder why. He's a bunny and he will die. So blue buff to Caitlyn once more. Great play. Cannon got a kill onto Lux? Where? Twisted Fate going in for the kill on Caitlyn? Impossible! Hugify! Hugify! As my throat was getting sore, so I started talking like the Cookie Monster so that the saliva might go through my throat. It didn't work. It didn't work. Nah. It still doesn't work, so I'll stop. It's ridiculous. I have 600 gold, so I might be able to buy some boots now and some wards. I still have one ward, but I might use it to ward the dragon. Probably so. As a support, always ward. I of course have the side stone, so I could use that instead, but I used it to ward the tribush over here and the blue buff over here. We have a Lux, so in a way, if we have vision, she should be able to final spark steal it, which was my reasoning. Will she use it? I don't know, because I don't have the timer on there blue. I should, but it is a little bit confusing because Lux's blue is still up and Nasus's blue is not, and I think... yeah, judging from the fact that Graves had blue in the beginning of the game. Oh yeah, but Nasus started with red, so if red buff spawns on our position, then blue will spawn on the enemy's position. It's a way for me to keep it in mind without needing to write it down somewhere, but in a way I should be able to write it down. I'm the support. But being a Lulu is so busy, man, as Caitlyn is showing off her Bilgewater Cutlass. Too bad it isn't a sword Blade of the Ruined King yet, but maybe she should be able to hit a bit of a pacemaker and then follow it up by an ace in the hole. But there was a barrier, so it didn't work in the end. But at least barrier is now on cooldown. Not that the cooldown of barrier is all that big, but at least it's shorter than ace in the hole. So in the end it was worth it, as Twisted Fate was showing his pretty little face on top and almost getting hit by Lux. So this is another thing that we are going to do a lot on the bottom lane, is the Lulu Caitlyn push lane combination. It's like a Twisted Fate with the wild cards. As long as the minions are in a straight line, I can use glitter lens on pretty much all of them, and she'll just follow it up with a Pit of a Pacemaker. So here you can see it once more. Though I think a Pit of a Pacemaker is now powerful enough to clear an entire wave. I'm not too certain, but I didn't got a single minion with that glitter lens, so it helped. Nevertheless, I didn't steal anything, is what I wanted to say. Maybe we'll show it again. It's pretty easy. First you shoot, then your AD carry shoots. And here comes the wave. Will I glitter lance? Poof goes the glitter lance. Poof goes the Pit of a Pacemaker. Wave cleared. So it's a very high pushing technique, mastered by the great monks of yonder, trained to me through rites of passages. Dragon is not up. Oh, it is up, but we haven't taken it yet, which is a pity, though Nessus is too busy ganking. Now, we're going to use the technique once more, the push a lane very hard technique, but Jarvan is relatively close. I gave Whimsy to Lux again, but she decided not to hit Jarvan, which I can understand because we were getting surrounded quite heavily, and she's taking a lot of beating there from a single Jarvan Q, as Twisted Fate wants to go in on 3, is going to stand on a trap there, mate, but Jarvan was able to knock me up. And Lux, you need to be very careful there, but we managed to run away. I did also use my Shard of True Eye, so I won't be able to use that one again. Ace in the hole being used, but Cannon using his lightning rush to increase his armor so he wasn't going to die. No, Caitlyn, use your... I was too slow with my exhaust. I should have used it faster, but really? How fast must I shoot that? In the end, he was a little bit greedy though, and he still had barrier, he said, so... It's a pity. But as a support player, you always feel responsible one way or the other. You'll need to cope with it. Sometimes it isn't your fault. People will blame you though. And if they won't blame you, they will blame the jungler, so be glad. And if they won't blame the jungler, they will blame the AD carry. And afterwards, they will blame middle lane and afterwards top lane. So, you'll see which lane is the biggest blaming of them all through that. Well, I don't care. I'm going back. I have 1,000 gold. I'll probably buy boots because... Well, they have Twisted Fate with his stun, so I'm going Mercury Threads, by the way. I could have gone for the cooldown reduction boots, the Ionian Boots of Lucidity, though, to be honest, I want some tenacity, just so that I can get out of the stun of Twisted Fate and the stuns of Cannon. And the top laner, who we haven't seen yet, but he is going to show an entrance. It's Yorick, probably, so he can't really stun, but he can slow, so it will reduce that even by a little bit. As my team has destroyed a turret. A ferret! Jarvan, of course, tanking rather nicely, though still taking a lot of damage. He decided not to go as tanky as you would want your jungler to go, which is a bad play on his part, perhaps. They do have a Yorick to do the tanking for him, but I have a Darius to do the tanking for me. So Darius, could you be kind and just go in? I'll hugify you. Size matters, boys. So now we will do it correctly. I will hugify the Darius, and straight afterwards I will use my Shard of True Eyes on him, I think. Yeah, it's still off cooldown, so I could use it. I might use it on Nasus instead. Or I might not use it at all. Whoop. Bad play on my part then. Here, get slowed, boys. Caitlyn again almost getting caught, but we got the kill out of Jarvan because of it, so... Oh, again getting caught there. Will I be in time? Ah, no, she ran away from me. I might have been able to shield her if that wasn't the case, but then again, she would have gotten caught by by Graves no matter what. Die, Graves! Get him! Ooh, Darius, you better be careful, mate. He did place a ward down, so I like you. Because warding is not only the support's job, okay? It costs us a lot more money than it costs you to buy wards. Because we can't buy items because of it. We sacrifice ourselves for you, so could you please and buy some wards as well? Thank you very much. Now I am rich because I've stolen quite some kills. But in the end, you should still ward, even just a little bit. How many minions do you need to kill to buy a ward? Is it, what, 3? 3 minions for a ward? If it's a cannon minion with those 3. So Nasus being cheeky there, going with the team. Now I wanted to ward first, because if they were going for dragon straight after as a revenge dragon, because they could, we were all low, in theory they should have gone dragon. Instead they are making moves towards Baron, which I don't think they can do. Well, they could if they really went all in for it, but in the end they just gone to the middle. Lux not able to hit the cannon all that well, he should still have a lightning rush. So nothing will happen. And I want to go back, to be honest. I have 1,000 gold once more. Oh, Caitlyn, you silly twat, you. Isn't that right, pigs? Yes, quite. Shut up. So I have enough money to upgrade my sightstone. Will I do it? Yes, I will. So now I have a ruby sightstone. That's 3 wards. That does not mean you don't have to buy any more wards, though. It does mean that in the end game, if you are really fully stacked on items, but as long as you aren't stacked on fully completed items, you should have 1 spot for wards. Now in my case, those are vision wards because I prefer them. They do cost a lot of money, but in a way... Ooh, Graves getting caught there. Will I get an assist? No, I will not. Should have whimsied someone. So that's a double kill for us. Boom. And Darius wants more. Will he get more? Well, So Caitlyn is fairly low, I say, hey, I'll go in. Da 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 da, da da da, da da da. Oh my god, I did ward it, so that was at least a little bit decent, but hey, you're running away, you will not escape the Lulu, which is very hard to do. I can whimsy myself to give me movement speed. I won't use it though, because I want to silence him when needed. So we now find ourselves for Yorick, and he went straight for the Caitlyn, failing a flash, but I got ya back. I need to even exhaust Yorick or else she might have died, or maybe I would have died. Now he wants to go for even more. But I'd say, no, no senor, you will never kill the Caitlyn, for she will kill Du. So I have to go back once more. I just got back, but I'm already out of mana because I use pretty much everything constantly, which is quite bad for the Lulu, but it should be fine. I am buying another ruby crystal, as you can see. I should be able to turn this into a crystal. We'll see. Though I think I should. 75. Well, let's check out what the team is doing whilst I am browsing. So yes, indeed, I have a Kindled gem. And Cannon once more dying. A pity indeed. You can't see the chat, I think. Oh, yes you can. Well, doesn't matter. As I am attempting to reconnect once more. So then, our team is pushing mid, which it should. Darius is on top. He has a Tiamat, so that's quite funny. He will be able to do quite a splashy, if you know what I mean. And he's not a Magikarp, if you know what I mean once more. So I have 4 vision wards. I will place them down and they will be of no use because none of them are warding. This is actually my first ranked game, as I could have silenced him, to be honest, but in the end I don't think it would have mattered. Caitlyn was dead no matter what because Twisted Fate didn't do anything. Darius is able to dunk his away every day though, so knock you up, do a slow onto the other guy, so that's... Oh, I actually did it on the minion. But I actually ignored Nessus here. I thought he would have ran, but instead he thought, I'm going man mode over here. Ah, help me. Oh no, but he was fairly lucky. You should have ran though. No problem. Yeah, Nessus got this. It's okay. So I have nothing to do once more. My team isn't pushing and I'm a support. I could try and farm and push lanes, but in the end I think, meh. I'll buy some more wards. I can do it. I can buy all the wards I want. And it will be vision wards, no matter what. I hope. Maybe I'm smart enough and just buy regular wards. Oh! Well, by now you can probably see what item I'm going for. So I have a Kindle Gem and a Cloth Armor, so it means I'm going for the Locket of the Iron Solari. Nessus told me in the beginning I didn't have to go for a Runic Bulwark because he was going to go for it, so thank you Nessus. That does not mean he was going for the Locket of the Iron Solari though. So, knowing this, I turned my Ruby Crystal into a Kindle Gem instead of building it towards the Ages of the Legion. And there you have it. And the Locket will actually work pretty well in team fights for me because I'll always be there. I have 15 assists, there are 25 kills, so I missed 10 of them. Though I was there in spirit. And overall, isn't that what matters the most? So I spotted Yorick, he wanted to go for the Wraiths. I wanted to steal them, but first I wanted to ward here, so he will already get the kill onto the blue Wraith, I thought, but of course his own minion heals him as well, so it might have been a little bit confusing. Ah, finally some usage of my pink ward. Hello Yorick, how'd you like to get slowed, mate? Slowed a lot, perhaps? How'd you like to be silenced straight after? And then lasered to death? I got the ward during that fight as well, so that's multitasking for you. I think supports need to do best, which is why most females are support players. Actually not, it's just through sexism that they are, or maybe they like it just like me. Support is fun, man. Just play it. Oh, Nessus, you silly Nessus, you not getting knocked up by the Javan and he's standing on a trap and all that good stuff. Oh, they got the Darius? Really impressive. We might get a Dejavan, or at least your inhibitor out of that. Oh, Cannon, you silly. I accidentally lagged once more, but just in time I stopped lagging, so Nessus just pops him up, and then I pop him up even more. So he's a giant dog. A Doberman, one might say. Dobermans, man, they'll break your shins with their tails as they're happy. Trust me, I fought a Doberman once, and he killed me. True story. So now it's time for us to run away, probably. I did manage to land the Glitterlands and the dog was scared, so he ghosted. With his tail between his legs. Oh my, it's a Yorick! Oh my, I don't have flash! Oh my, look at me running away! But Caitlyn wanted blood, so I'll need to save the Caitlyn. I have enough for one Glitterlance. I will place wards down though. Because I thought, hey, maybe the minions will attack Z wards. No, fool of a took. Thank God he stood on the trap there, but flash in my twisted fate. There's no saving this. It was just off cooldown, shot of true eyes. Oh, but guess what? Darius is here, so glitterlands your balls. Get slowed, get dunked, get killed. Get going, get caught, get slowed, get dunked, get killed. Triple kill. And the fun fact was, he actually said it in chat. Darius is coming. Did they listen? No. So guys, speaking is gold? No. And silence is silver? No. I don't know English sayings all that well. Put in the comments below if you know, because I want to know, and I'm too lazy to look it up by myself, for I would have forgotten it after this video is over anyway. So, as you can see, I have the Gum Guard. Yeah! It's like my tails, my hair is made out of rockets, which they are. Read her lore, it is true. It is on the bottom part of her lore. She has rockets in her hair, and she's everywhere. Which is why she's so quick when she uses Whimsy, and she flies around. So I have Locket of the Ancillary. The thing you do with it is quite normal. You shield your team during team fights. I'm the only person that has Iron Locket of the Locket of the Ancillary. So I don't need to think when I'll use it. If you have more players that have it, then speak with them. Say, will you use it first or will I use mine first? Because you can't stack them. You need to wait until the debuff is gone. So speak. You can say, jungler, you use it first. Once I see the debuff is gone, I will use mine. And that way you can have double shields in a single team fight. Isn't that right, Jarvan? I will try. Oh my, it's the Graves. I will slow the Graves and almost steal the Rave because of it. But guess what? There is someone over the wall, Graves. Have you seen it? You'll get dunked. So you must notice this. And now he's a giant little man. So this time is the time that I will use my slow correctly. Though he used Random and Zoman at the same time. So the slowing effect isn't all that grand as Jarvan. Tried to be cheeky there, jumping on Nessus, making my pathfinding completely hideous. What a bastard! How could you? Well, anyway, who's alive? Yorick's alive. And technically he's a gravedigger, so he might as well be dead. I'm not too certain, he looks undead to me, but... Well, he is up from the Shadow Isle, so he can't be alive. Can he? Elise is alive. Lore, ladies and gentlemen, lore with Night Spectre. Oh, and they actually surrendered, so that's a G to the G. Ladies and gentlemen, the G also stands for gentlemen, the other G stands for girls, so girls and gentlemen, a GG. Boys and girls. So then, this was me playing support Lulu. I will try and upload more gameplay footage because apparently that's what you like and it's what I like to do as well. But I haven't gotten that much time to play the game and I don't like to play this game alone. Though lately if I play this game alone I will do live commentary instead so that I am at least doing something. And it kind of feels like I'm not playing this game alone then. Forever alone. So guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something from this. And I can honestly suggest you guys try and do the same. Rewatch some of the replays of games you played. You learn so much from your mistakes, so it's kind of vital that you watch the videos, and you can learn from my mistakes as well. So watch my videos as well. Yeah. So then, I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I will do it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.